We all know that shopping for home decor can be really expensive. Buying furniture, rugs, artwork, and decorative accessories, even for just one room, can add up very quickly. So it's only natural to want to save money where you can and allocate your budget wisely. So when it comes to your next home decor purchase, should you splurge or should you save your money? How do you know what items you should spend more on and which ones you should save your pennies with? Now, as a designer, home decor shop owner, and former custom furniture designer with our woodworking business, I have a few insights and tips that I'd love to share with you. But before we start, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to my channel so that you can be the first one to be notified when new videos get published. Okay, let's dive into my tips for when to splurge and when to save on home decor. Before we start, I want to tell you about a handy little guide that I've put together for you that summarizes which items to splurge on and which ones to save on that we're going to talk about in this video. You can download it and print it out by clicking on the link in the video description, and feel free to send me an email if you have any questions on when to splurge and when to save. Let's first talk about items to splurge on. When it comes to buying furniture and home decor, there are a few key pieces that you should be prepared to splurge on. The first is your sofa or sectional. A great quality sofa is going to last you for many, many years, and it can even be reupholstered later on to breathe new life into it years down the road. So it's worth spending more on a higher quality piece. Next is your dining room table, but not the chairs, which we'll talk about later. The dining room table is a central focal point of your dining room, and it should be of sufficient quality and beauty to really stand the test of time. Look for a timeless dining room table design that you won't have to replace in a few years when the trends change. Next is any piece of furniture with drawers that's going to get heavy use. There is just nothing worse than crappy drawers. So if you're buying furniture with drawers that you plan to use daily, like a dresser, it's essential that you buy a high quality piece. It will typically be made of more durable wood and have better overall construction and drawer hardware, which means that the drawers are going to glide smoothly and not break when you stuff them full of your stuff. Other items you should plan to spend more money on include fake plants. Typically, more expensive fake plants tend to be more realistic looking and they last longer. Statement pillows. Statement pillows are pillows that will really set the style for your room, or ones that have just a beautiful pattern and a high quality look to them. It's a good idea to splurge on the 1 to 2 pillows that are really going to make a statement in your room. Your mattress, because a good night's sleep is so worth it. And anything that brings you joy, because your home really should be filled with things that you love, whether that be a rug, a special decorative accessory, that super soft cozy blanket, or even a piece of art that you just can't live without. If you're in love with it, it is worth spending money on because it will make you happy. Now, there are several items where spending more money doesn't always translate to better quality or a better overall look. So these are great opportunities to save on your home decor. They include your dining chairs. You can find great quality dining chairs at a really reasonable price, so it's just unnecessary to overspend here. As long as you have a beautiful dining room table, you can save money on the chairs. And you might even be able to swap out less expensive chairs after a few years and achieve a completely fresh new look for your dining room. Same goes for side tables and nightstands. There really isn't a good reason to spend a lot of money on side tables and nightstands unless you fall head over heels in love with the look of the piece. A more expensive price tag isn't necessarily going to get you a better quality item here, so it's best to allocate more of your budget to other areas. Other great areas to save your pennies include lamps and drapery. You can get all the privacy, light blocking, and softness you need from an inexpensive set of drapes, so there's really no need to spend a lot here. Your headboard or bed frame is another great place to save, as well as bookcases. Bookcases are pretty much constructed all the same way, but they do use different materials. Pieces that are made of solid wood are going to last longer and are a good investment for you. But you can find very inexpensive bookcases that will work great from a decorative standpoint, and they'll still be sturdy enough to last a few years. Perhaps the best items to save money on are mirrors and decorative accessories. These are filler items, and they really don't need to be expensive in order to enhance your room design. A few simple pieces in the right style and the right color palette is all you need, so go ahead and shop those garage sales and thrift stores, and if it's not quite the right color, remember you can always use spray paint to make it work. In my guide, you're going to find several items that are listed right in the center between the splurge and the save categories. The best way I can describe this middle ground is that there are opportunities to save money on these items, but you don't necessarily want to buy the cheapest one you can find either. For example, there are amazing, unique, high-end quality light fixtures out there that you can spend a fortune on. If you find one you fall in love with and want to splurge on it, go for it. However, there are plenty of other attractive light fixtures out there that are much less expensive and the quality is still really good. So while you don't want to buy the cheapest light fixture money can buy, instead try to shop for light fixtures that are both beautiful and reasonably priced. A few more items also in the middle category include accent chairs, coffee tables, and ottomans or poofs. These are all items that you really don't need to splurge on to find perfectly acceptable quality and a great look. However, buying the absolute cheapest one you can find isn't a great move either, because these items tend to get a little more use, and you need them to have sufficient quality to last you for a while. Shopping for items that are priced somewhere in the middle is going to be a good strategy here, because you can expect them to hold up well and have a better overall look to them. Area rugs tend to have a really wide price range too. For interior design, it's most important that the area rug is the right size, the right style, and the right color. If I can find an inexpensive rug that meets those criteria, then I'm happy to take advantage of the savings. Bedding is another area where you can really overspend, and it's just not necessary. If you want to save on your bedding, buy simple duvet covers or comforters. Then you can add a solid quilt or coverlet at the foot of your bed for some layers, and then dress it all up with statement pillows. The last two areas in the middle ground are accent pillows and art. Now, what's the difference between an accent pillow and a statement pillow? Well, in this video, a statement pillow typically is one that has a really unique pattern to it that is going to set the tone for your room. Whereas an accent pillow could just be any pillow that complements or is layered with the statement pillow. So maybe it's a simple, solid pillow that goes behind the statement pillow, like you can see here on the sofa. Pillows can be really expensive, and you don't have to spend a lot of money on accent pillows, so there may be an opportunity to save there. When it comes to art, I personally think you should splurge on any piece that really speaks to you, or one that would just make the overall room design. Like area rugs, art should be the right size, the right style, and have the right colors. But it doesn't have to be expensive, and you can even make your own. Next time you're out shopping for home decor, I hope you'll remember these tips and have a little better insight into when it's a good idea to spend a little more on something wonderful and when you should maybe save your money. After all, we all love looking for opportunities to save some cash. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and I'd love to hear from you, so please say hello in the comments. Bye for now.